48 hours from now, the price you pay to fill your tank could be decided by whether a single Pakistani general's overnight phone calls actually hold. While the rest of the world watched Trump's latest ultimatum, Field Marshal Asim Munir spent the night of April 5th to 6th shuttling a two-stage framework between Washington and Tehran. Reuters confirms it: immediate ceasefire and full reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, followed by 15 to 20 days of talks in Islamabad for a permanent settlement that would trade Iran's nuclear path for sanctions relief. The plan even has a name the diplomats are already using: the Islamabad Accord. That's the surface. Here's what almost no one is saying out loud. Iran has already signaled it will not reopen the strait for a temporary pause. And a senior Iranian official told Reuters they are reviewing the proposal but reject any short-term truce that leaves them exposed to the next round of strikes. Tehran wants ironclad guarantees against future U.S. or Israeli attacks before they ease their grip on the waterway. That single rejection cracks the entire narrative of a quick off-ramp, because the accord only works if both sides believe the other will actually honor the second stage. And right now, neither does. Look at who is actually in the room. The United States and Israel hold clear air and naval superiority. Iran holds the strait at roughly 1/5 of global oil and LNG on a normal day. Shipping traffic there has dropped over 90% since the war began on February 28th. Brent crude is already above $109 a barrel, up 50% since the fighting started. But Pakistan, the one actor both sides still trust enough to talk through, suddenly finds itself with more leverage than most NATO capitals. China has quietly backed the effort but stays silent in public. The Gulf states are activating air defenses and watching their own energy revenue swing wildly. This isn't a bilateral crisis anymore. It's a choke point crisis, where the smallest miscalculation in Islamabad or the Persian Gulf ripples straight into grocery bills in Birmingham and heating costs in Chicago. Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern is still the deadline Trump set for Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, if the strait stays closed. Three paths are now on the table. Best case, and least likely, Tehran accepts the immediate ceasefire, reopens traffic, and the Islamabad talks begin. Most probable, status quo drift. With limited strikes continuing while both sides test each other's red lines. Worst case, Iran holds firm, the deadline expires, U.S. or Israeli strikes hit Iranian infrastructure, and the strait gets mined or further blockaded. History offers no comfort here. The last time the Hormuz route became a shooting gallery in the 1980s, it took direct U.S. naval escorts and years of pressure to reopen. This time the weapons are faster and the economic stakes are higher. One strait, one deadline, one back channel that just exposed how little trust actually exists between the players who matter. The question the most powerful people in those rooms still haven't answered is simple. When the next round of fighting inevitably starts, who will be willing to close the strait again? And for how long? Drop your take below. I read every one.